Welcome friends. This video is about Pushkar Navamsha, which is a very important concept about which you should be knowing, and you should use this concept in your chart readings quite often. Well, as far as I am concerned, I have not seen many astrologers using this concept of Pushkar Navamsha, whereas I feel that it is a very important concept and it should be used frequently, because whatever things you will tell by using this concept will never go wrong, because it is based upon the degrees of planets and the Navamsha in which the planet is falling. So what it is all about, let me talk about this through this video. Before that, I would request you to please subscribe if you have not done so far to my channel, and please share this video with your friends so that they can also learn something through this video, and they can also benefit by the use of by the learning of Pushkar Navamsha. So let's see what it is all about. Friends, first of all, Pushkar means something which is beneficial for you. So any planet who falls in the degrees of Pushkar Navamsha is going to be extremely beneficial for you. It means the planet which is conjuncted with the Pushkar Navamsha planet will also get benefited. The houses where the Pushkar Navamsha planet is aspecting, those houses will also get benefited. And the sign where the Pushkar Navamsha is sitting, I mean that house will also get benefited. So there are so many things which will get benefited by the Pushkar Navamsha. Also, I would like to tell you that if the Pushkar Navamsha planet is falling in your 6th house, 8th house or the 12th house, it means that the karaka of that planet is definitely going to be very beneficial for you, because that is falling in the Pushkar Navamsha. But by being placed in the 6th house, 8th house and 12th house, it says that you will definitely gain in terms of the karaka, but you will have health issues during the dasha of that planet, because 6, 8 and 12 houses, these are not good for the health prospects of the native. So this is the only drawback they can give you. Now friends, there are 12 signs, we all know that, and each sign is having 2 Pushkar Navamshas. And let me also tell you that the beneficial planets like Jupiter, Venus, Mercury and Moon, these are the 4 beneficial planets who can provide you with Pushkar Navamsha, and the remaining planets like Mars, Saturn and Sun, they do not give any Pushkar Navamsha. So each sign is having 2 Pushkar Navamshas, and Jupiter through its signs of Sagittarius and Pisces can give you up to 9 Pushkar Navamshas, and Venus also gives you 9 Pushkar Navamshas through its signs of Taurus and Libra. Now total it became 18, and 3 Pushkar Navamshas are given by Mercury and 3 Pushkar Navamshas are given by Moon through Cancer and Mercury through the sign of Virgo. So this is what you should keep in your mind. Now I will explain to you the Pushkar Navamsha thing through this board also. Now first of all, the signs have been divided into 4 categories. You all know the first is the Agni Tattva, that is the signs which are falling in the which are fiery signs 1, 5 and 9, that is Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. So these are the fiery signs, they have fire element within them. So in these signs, if any planet is having the degrees of 20 degrees to 23.20 degrees, or if it is in the degrees of 26 degrees 40 minutes to 30 degrees, it means they are in the Pushkar Navamsha in these signs. And these Pushkar Navamshas would be the Libra sign or the Sagittarius sign. If a planet is between 20 to 23.20, it is in the Libra Navamsha, and if it is in the 26.40 to 30 degrees, it is in the Sagittarius Navamsha. So these planets under these signs will be very beneficial for you, they will give you very good results. Now coming to the earth sign, that is the 2, 6 and 10, that is Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn signs. So these signs, if they are having the 3rd and the 5th Navamshas, that is 6.40 degrees to 10 degrees or 13.20 degrees to 16.40 degrees. If in these signs any planet is falling in these degrees, it means that planet is in the Pushkar Navamsha. Now coming to the airy element, airy signs, that is 3, 7 and 11. So those planets which are in the 3, 7, 11 signs in the Navamshas of 6th and 8th, that is in the degrees of 16 degree 40 minutes to 20 degrees or 23 degrees 20 minutes to 26 degrees 40 minutes. So these planets will also be falling in the Pushkar Navamshas, and these would be of Pisces and Taurus. So these are the two signs which will provide Pushkar Navamshas. Now the watery signs, that is signs which are having water element, that is the 4, 8 and 12. 4 is Cancer, 8 is Scorpio and 12 is Pisces. So those planets which are in these signs in the first and third Navamsha, that is first Navamsha is 0 degree to 3 degrees 20 minutes and 6.40 degrees to 0 degrees. So that means these planets are in the Pushkar Navamsha and they will be very beneficial for you, especially during their Dasha times. So I will explain this concept to you in its practical application by taking the example of none other than our Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who is currently running the second tenure as Prime Minister, and he has got a very strong chart, and in his chart he is having 2 planets in Pushkar Navamsha, and his ascendant is also in the Pushkar Navamsha, and he has been the Chief Minister of Gujarat for a very long period of time, and after that he won the Lok Sabha elections in 2014 and became the Prime Minister of India, and then in 2019 again he won the Lok Sabha elections with a very thumping majority, and currently he is running his second tenure as the Prime Minister of India. So let's see what are the signs, what are the indications in his chart through Pushkar Navamsha which are telling that he will rise high in life. So let's see his chart, friends. So first of all, he is having the Scorpio Lagna, and let's see the degrees of Lagna. So it is in the degrees of 1.1 degree 06 seconds. So which means that in sign number 8 this degree is falling. So sign number 8, this degree falls in the Cancer Navamsha and it is a Pushkar Navamsha. So it means his Lagna is in the Pushkar Navamsha, and Lagna is the person himself, his mind, his thought process. So it means his mind is always thinking on the positive terms. He himself is a very positive person because of this kind of Navamsha. And now let's see what is the planet which is falling in the Pushkar Navamsha. See one thing, Mars and Moon, they are falling in the Pushkar Navamsha ascendant. So these two planets will also benefit, and their signs, that is the lordship of Moon, that is the 9th house lordship, that will also benefit, and the 6th house lordship of Mars and the Lagna lordship of Mars will also benefit because of their placement in the Pushkar Navamsha sign. Now as I told you, Mars is also in the Pushkar Navamsha. It is in 0 degree 57 minutes, and which means 0 degree to 57 minutes is in the Cancer Navamsha. So Mars is also falling in the Cancer Navamsha, and it is going to be very fruitful for him. To the houses wherever this Mars is aspecting will also be benefited. So Mars is aspecting his 4th house where the 5th lord Jupiter is placed. 4th house has become strong. Mars is aspecting his 7th house, which has again become very strong, and from the 7th house comes the opponents, people whom we confront. So that is also getting benefited, and the 8th house is also getting aspect of this Mars. So he will have some major transformations in his life which will be very fruitful for him, and we all know what were those transitions that brought him to such a great height, starting from a very humble childhood, and he reached to great height because of this Pushkar Navamsha aspect. Now we have done the Mars. Now let's see what is the second planet who is in the Pushkar Navamsha. So Saturn is in the sign of Leo in 29 degrees 39 minutes. So which means in the Leo, in this Navamsha, that is Sagittarius Navamsha, so it means Saturn is also in the Pushkar Navamsha, and it's going to give him very good results. See, the Saturn is lord of his third house and his fourth house, so which means his valor, his efforts are going to be very effective, very strong, and they will be very fruitful. Fourth house is of the public, of masses, so they will also be very favorable towards him, and that these two houses are resulting through the 10th house. I mean, their lord is sitting in the 10th house, so his efforts and the love of public is going to give him a powerful position by the Saturn's placement in the 10th house. So Saturn's houses, they benefited, and the 10th house gave him position. Now Saturn is placed with Venus. Venus is also getting benefited. Why? Because Venus is conjunct with Saturn, and Venus is the lord of his 7th house and the 12th house. So the Karkas of Venus, they will also gain. The Karka of Saturn, they are also gaining, and Saturn is also about rise in life. It also gives a political career. So Venus being the lord of the 7th house and 12th house, it shows that he will definitely travel abroad, and he will form alliances with the oppositions or with the people whom he meets in foreign countries, and they will be very fruitful for him. So this is what is happening because of this Venus conjunction with planet Saturn. Now this Saturn is also aspecting his 4th house, and in the 4th house Jupiter is sitting. Now Jupiter is retrograde, and it is the lord of his 5th house and 2nd house. So which means his 5th house is also getting empowered, and his 2nd house of speech is also getting empowered. Friends, from the 5th house comes politics. So political career is getting benefited because of the aspect of the Pushkar Navamsha Saturn, and his speech, which is very effective, and people do get influenced through his speech. That is the 2nd house, and their lord Jupiter is getting the aspect of Pushkar Navamsha Saturn. So these two houses are also getting benefited in addition to the 4th house. So friends, let's see what was the Dasha period when he won the elections in 2014. So in 2014 it was Moon and Rahu Dasha. So Moon, as I told you, is conjuncted with Mars, who is a Pushkar Navamsha planet. So it did work out for him, and Moon's Dasha throughout is going to be fruitful for him unless some adverse Antardasha comes in. Now at that time it was the Rahu's Antardasha, and see, Rahu is Yogkari for his chart by being placed in the trine house all alone, and the trine lord, that is Jupiter, has gone to the Kendra house. So it is forming a Raj Yog. So Rahu is a Raj Yog Karak, and it is going to give the results of mighty Jupiter, which is now become powerful by being placed in the 4th house. So that is the reason why Moon and Rahu Dasha made him the Prime Minister. Yeah, another thing is Rahu is going to give the results of Jupiter, and Jupiter is being aspected by the Pushkar Navamsha Saturn. So this is a very clear-cut case that he definitely benefited in the period of Moon and Rahu. Now let's come to the next period of 2019, which went last year, and he again became the Prime Minister. But here the Pushkar Navamsha is not playing a very direct role, but still let's see what were the reasons. See, it was again Moon and Ketu Dasha. So as I told you, Moon's Dasha is associated with the Pushkar Navamsha Mars, so it is going to be fruitful for him. Now came the Ketu's Antardasha. Now Ketu is very well placed with Mercury in the 11th house of wish fulfillment, of gains, and Mercury is exalted and it is in its own sign, and Mercury is with the 10th lord. So Mercury has become very, very powerful, and Mercury is going to give the results to Ketu. So Ketu is conjuncted with Mercury, who is the 10th lord, who is the 11th lord, and conjuncted with the 10th lord Sun. And in the sign of Sun is placed Saturn, who is a Pushkar Navamsha planet. So it has made the 10th house very powerful, and the 10th lord is now conjunct with Mercury, and Mercury is conjunct with Ketu. So there is an indirect connection, not a direct connection, but still it is going to be very fruitful period for him. So through this only, I had predicted last year that Modi ji will again become the Prime Minister of India, but by that time I had not made these videos, and I had in my mind that sometime I'll definitely explain this thing through my video to all of you whenever the time would come. So friends, this was all about the Pushkar Navamsha thing, and I hope you must have gained through this video. So please do share with your friends and subscribe if you have not done so far. And I want to thank you all for listening, and very soon I am going to come with another video which will be of great practical use to you. So thank you all.